baby beard.
Waited for you, Fry.
This episode traumatized me as a young person.
My head is hurting again.
Where's my firstborn son?
God does not care about me masturbating.
Your singing is bad and you should feel bad. First get out into the bus, so you're like, oh no!
Yeah, I don't like myself becoming the protagonist of this podcast.
You've been in
Yeah, because you haven't learned anything.
Shut up and take my podcast.
Yay!
Oscar to you. Wait, what's the Australian
Oh,
equivalent?
really shatting at the hell out of that one.
Yeah. What's the Australian equivalent of an award? Like, what do we give again?
Well,
Logie.
Logies or the helpman if you're a theatre actor. Logies for television.
What about for film though?
I should know this. I don't know.
Wait, do we
Need to have an Australian film industry to justify
That's
an award.
exactly
so-
right. Well, a sustainable Australian film industry. Oh,
Yeah,
we already
no.
got political. Sorry, Sean.
No, reverse engineer this. Create the award first, and then we'll have to make films to facilitate that.
There we
We'll
go.
call them the Shawnies.
The Shawnies.
Shawnee.
It's the AACTA.
That's not how you spell Shawnee.
Actor. Fuck off. Bullshit award name. Sean, tell us what we're listening to.
You are here for the very first annual Shawnee Awards, otherwise known as Shut Up and Take My Podcast, the Australian Futurama podcast that pits episode against episode in a bloody, glorious gauntlet battle for your entertainment. And as it is Father's Day, we're joined here by Father Chris.
There's a humongous fungus among us.
We are joined by Daddy Elliot.
Look, I've got words that are helpful.
Oh, and we're joined here by Sean.
By Sean.
Yay!
Father Sean.
Father Sean.
As an actor, I feel attacked by this episode.
It's aimed at you. Specifically
Also-
you and your ego.
Also, I like that, Chris, you edit this every week, and Elliot, you know this podcast better than all of us combined, and god damn it, you didn't throw back to me.
That's a Sean and Sean. That's a Sean and a Phil and Ellen thing to do. I just
You got there.
listen.
You got
and
there.
Cut. I got there in the end, didn't I? That took a while.
Yeah, my instincts with this show are usually, doing dishes or driving or walking or something. I'm usually, passive. It's actually weird to be interacting with it.
Have you? Wait, yeah, because you've gone through our entire catalog, haven't you?
Yeah, at the sort of tail end of last year, I think. That's when I first discovered your show, and I pretty well nailed it all in a matter of months, yeah.
Jesus
Woo.
Christ.
You must be sick of our voices, particularly Sean's.
I know. And the Shawnee goes to.
Dun, 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 dun. Chris.
You'll find out at the end of the episode.
Damn, okay.
Stay tuned.
I thought I should just mention. So first of all, as he coming back from, got to get this right. You were last here on Reincarnation, Elliot. So Elliot
That is correct.
is from the Simpsons Index podcast, and in lieu of me telling you what your podcast is about, because I fucked it up last time, Elliot, what are your podcasts about?
Yeah, I host the Simpsons Index. It's an online spreadsheet that is also a podcast. We review 3 episodes of The Simpsons at a time, but each episode comes from a different decade. And so, we use that format to talk about how the show has changed over the years, for worse or for better, but mostly for worse.
And your other podcast?
Oh, yeah, I normally throw to BT, who had to duck out for Father's Day reasons. He hosts a podcast called Thrones of Game that I'm the co-host of. And, we're watching Game of Thrones backwards. He's watched the show before. I've only watched it backwards now.
You're a fucking madman.
So, we just started our 2nd season, about to drop episode 3 soon. And, it's a confusing show to watch backwards, I must say.
It's a really big problem because you have to read this as a whole. Don't be offended by the first sentence I'm about to say. I tried to listen to Thrones of Game. I tried, and I got 5 minutes into it, and then I just had this well of anxiety before you mentioned the plot for the final episode. I'm like, no, I'm not even that invested in Game of Thrones, but I was like, I want to watch it in order.
You are an obsessive compulsive disorder person's nightmare. Is what you're saying with this podcast. It's fantastic.
It's actually been a really interesting exercise in the nature of storytelling, especially in Game of Thrones, where it's sort of, driving hype for the next week's episode. So seeing how that reverse engineers and how they lead up to certain events, it's actually been quite fascinating. I recommend more people do it with shows.
Do you think that you'll have someone that waits until you guys have finished the podcast and then listens to it in reverse order? So it just sounds like you have a really great knowledge of Game of Thrones and then just suddenly get dementia as the seasons go on until the end.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. Like, because towards the end, the characters don't feel the need to say each other's names as much because they've already been introduced. So most of it is just me coming up with stupid little nicknames for people. Like that bald dude I called Burnt Newton because he got burnt to a crisp and he looks like Bert Newton.
It's great. Like that doesn't ruin anything for me at all. This is the thing. I don't know any of the fucking names of the characters, so people can talk about Game of Thrones around me. I have no clue what's going on. I cannot. It cannot be ruined for me.
Daenerys, I call Jan Brady because she's just got impossible braids in her hair. Like, who's doing her hair as well? Like, anyway.
Answer that, fucking HBO. What about the hair? That's the big plot hole in your series. When you finish this, you will be outraged that is your complaint at the start, I think.
What about the hair is a great idea, a name for a podcast, by the way.
What about the hair? And it's just persnickety film stuff.
So as we mentioned, this is not Phil and Ellen. Ellen is actually all the way over in Norway. She's just bumming about in Europe, not doing anything.
No way.
Yeah, she's being Eurotrash right now.
I heard that and I appreciate that, Elliot.
That's what you bring me here for.
And Phil is enjoying some lovely Father's Day time. So happy Father's Day to Phil.
Happy Father's Day.
Phil, the filthy Father's Day. And so I brought on Elliot and Sir Sexy Chris. Sir Sexy Chris, I've knighted you now. There you are. Enjoy it.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I'll look after the stables or whatever. What do knights do? Fucking, I don't know.
What do knights do?
I don't know.
Sexy knights.
Sexy knights. So I look after the sexy horses. Sean, cut to the episode so I don't have to keep talking.
Wait, no. I need to peel back. I need to peel back this. What? Do explain to me the criteria of a sexy horse, Chris, as the authority on all things sexy.
I don't know. Something about flanks and manes. They got to have nice teeth, and you don't look them in the mouth.
Okay, I'll rescue you from this.
Thank you.
You're clearly not loving this. So we are up to we're up to season 7, episode 4, The Thief of Baghead, which is what?
The Thief of Baghead.
Oh, Dad! Father's Day. Hey. Yeah, so it's a movie that came out in 1924 and then again in 1940. They're wildly different films, and this is a wildly different episode, so it's just a play on words.
Isn't it? Isn't the film based on a series of books or something like that? Is that right?
I don't know, because there's a 1940s British film that kind of is this Arabian fantastical fuckery, but that was based on a silent era 1924 film, which is apparently nothing to do with that plot. So I don't know.
And then they turned it into something about an actor that wears a bag on his head that thieves life forces.
Yeah.
And so the director for this episode is Edmund Fong, who is back from Newtopia. I can't remember how we felt about Newtopia. I feel like Newtopia is the one episode that I wasn't on.
Oh, really?
Was it?
Yeah, I was dead.
Yeah. Who was on that episode? Me.
It was you, wasn't it? Because I know there was the third person. You must have been down for some godforsaken reason.
I was down for some fucking reason. But that's right. You did the performance art thing of leaving your head on the recording table. You were in the room, just performing dead. But he stayed in that position, unmoving, for the entire 50 minutes of recording.
Wow. You are committed to the process.
Which is the process.
Which is, this shows you the use of my acting talents that I utilize for an audio medium. For no money. And the writer for this episode is Mr. Dan Weber. He's not German, but I cannot do his voice without doing this accent. Dan Weber.
Can I relate this guy back to my podcast?
Oh, please do.
Fun facts. So he wrote, 4 post-season 20 episodes, HD era sort of episodes. He wrote one of my favorite episodes of, like, the new era, The Book Job. This is where, like, Homer and Bart try to write a stupid book that's going to guaranteed to sell 1 million copies, and they, like, recruit Neil Gaiman into it, and he does, like, an amazing guest spot in this episode. Yeah, it's one of the truly great new episodes of The Simpsons. He also wrote Frink Gets Testy, which is one of the worst piles of shit that I've ever had the displeasure of watching.
Wow, it seems really hit and miss. I'm just looking at his previous Futurama ones. Obsoletely Fabulous, Love and Rocket, The Root of All Evil, The Bird Bot of Icecatraz. Those are some hit and misses right there.
Really? I enjoy all those.
Root of All Evil was a bit hit and miss. I remember us talking about that. It didn't sing as well as we thought it did.
Yeah, I feel the same, and like Obsoletely Fabulous as well, I think is good in concept, but it's a bit of a lackluster episode for me.
No, how dare you say anything negative about any of the Futurama episodes? How dare you? The air date for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is June 4th, 2012, Independence Day in the US, which also happens to be the month that Father's Day is in for America.
Ah.
So the 3rd June of every year. The third weekend of every June. There you go. Got it. Stuck the landing.
Ta-da!
You did it. You did the numbers and things.
6.8.
Who's running down the plot? Is it me, or have any of us prepared for this?
I can do it. I have done it before.
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah. And yes, Chris, I did get your message there. You
Yes.
could have just corrected me on the air. It's
Sorry,
July 4th.
I wasn't. It's July 4th, 2012. Sorry.
Say it face to face like a man.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't know if we wanted to do another edit but yes, release date. First
we've
date
made
is
so many
4th July.
errors.
Yes,
who
that's true.
did we say?
That's
I had a mind fuck there. Who said that who's running it down?
I'll do the plot.
Yay!
All right. So the episode is about Bender. He watches Calculon on TV, and July. What the fuck is wrong with my brain?
July.
I just said July for no fucking reason. You know what I meant to say? Leela. How did I get Bender and July and Leela mixed up? What the fuck is wrong with my... Anyway. So, they go off to the aquarium, the planet, the ship crew. Fucking words. Shit my brain. Anyway, they go to the aquarium. They meet Calculon. Bender tries to take a photo. It's real rude. So he becomes a paparazzi. That's because he's a dickhead and likes taking photos of people.
Eventually, not a dickhead. How dare you?
Sorry. Yeah, well. He finds out that there's an actor, Langdon Cobb, who has never had his face taken a photo of because he wears a bag on his head, but he is still an amazing actor. Bender manages to snag the elusive face of Langdon Cobb, and then shows it to his friends, and the photo takes his life force souls. Langdon turns out to be an alien from Bioria 6 or something like that. Where it's a big ego monster. The ship crew, the professor and Zoidberg try and break in and kill the id, the fungus part of his body. Fucking, this is weird, isn't it?
Isn't it?
And then while the fucking Calculon tries to battle Cobb in an acting contest, which he loses, and Langdon gets super powerful, eats all the souls, but gets too strong and explodes because his ego gets too big. Something like that, right?
Yeah. I've realized something. Did anyone watch Baghead? Watch Langdon Cobb, which is a fucking amazing name, by the way, and get Shia LaBeouf vibes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was reference to.
That's what because when did Shia do his thing? It was after 2012, surely. I don't know when Shia went Shia.
When he went full Shia.
Yeah, I don't know either. Apparently it's Murray Langston.
Yeah, he was a comedian that did this for a while, but I think it was called The Unknown Comedian or something like that. They said in the past, which means at some point he took the bag off.
It's a weird thing to do for your life, to be like, that was a fucking awful plot summary, by the way. But you don't listen to Shut Up and Take My Podcast for plot summaries, I hope.
Yeah, they listen to the plot
Yeah,
and then they go
I
away.
just tune in for the plot summary and then just skip.
Right, I've got that summary of Futurama. I'm just going to watch it now and fuck these dickheads and their opinions.
It's someone that's really efficient with their time. They love Futurama, but they don't want to spend 22 minutes watching the episode, so they listen to the first 10, which shaves 10 minutes off here, off their life, to do other more important things.
I don't think that's efficient. I don't think that's efficient at all. I'm trying to find out when Shia LaBeouf did his Baghead thing.
Please, let me know. Did you also get my message?
No.
I sent you a
Leela,
message.
not July. Thank you, Sean. You're
welcome.
The best kind of, technically correct, the best kind of correct.
Oh, that Baghead thing. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not famous anymore. I forgot about that. Okay, apparently that was in 2014.
Yeah, it was.
So
Which
he
is
stole it
when
from Langton Cobb.
This came out. Yeah.
Yeah, he must have gotten the idea. He was like, oh, of course.
Do you reckon we can get Shia LaBeouf on the podcast?
Actually, maybe.
Does
He
he have
might.
Twitter?
I don't know if he will enjoy the experience, but...
That's fine. He doesn't have to.
Oh, no, you.
Is he? He doesn't have Twitter. God, of course he wouldn't have Twitter. Wait, does he?
No, I don't think so. That's the only way we contact people, via Twitter.
Okay, he does.
He does?
But it's at the campaign book.
What?
But it's
Fucking
verified.
Shia LaBeouf, sort out your life. Get a
It's
real
he
Twitter
has.
handle.
He very much has. I think it's the only one of us that has. Him and Keanu Reeves.
Funny you say that. Yeah, I made a call a little while ago, before we had the McConaissance and now we're in the midst of the Keanu-sance. And my prediction, in a couple of years, we're going to have the LaBeouf-sance.
The LaBeouf-sance.
He's just going to fucking nail some awesome role and people are like, oh, maybe we were too hard on him.
Hey, Elliot, did you get the Simpsons reference in this episode, by the by?
Oh, it's not coming to mind right now.
Yes. So,
What is it?
Elliot,
I don't-
here's your bit of Simpsons trivia. When the infamous Baghead himself, Mr. Langdon Cobb, is doing the Scottish, not Scottish freedom speech, and he talks about we're going to be doing it for Rigel 7 and all mankind. What is Rigel 7, Elliot?
Oh, that's the home planet of Kang and Kodos.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Totally missed that one. That's a good grab there, Sean. Well done.
I
Nice.
grabbed it. I grabbed it hard. There we go. So
Hot.
I'm looking through my... there you go. In lieu of Phil not being here, I'm just going to jump straight over to Bender's function. So Bender's got a tripod. He's got a third leg.
Hot.
Wink.
Sexy horse.
Sexy horse. Third leg. Full circle. Goodbye, everyone. I've been Sean.
Chris. Sexy prince. I've become a prince now, not a knight. You've given me too much power.
And he's also at Chemical Darkroom.
Yeah, he's also the last remaining Chemical Darkroom, apparently.
A skill that I've always wanted to learn, but I've never had the time nor to be honest, the want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. It seems very complicated.
I had an arts project come up to where I'm staying, where someone was taking photos in that style. So they'd actually do the chemical process and had to do all the chemicals and blah 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 in the dark rooms, and it sucked. It's I get it as a gimmick. I get it as a bit of a throwback. I get it as like a expression of like art, but like fuck man, just use cameras on your phone. Like it's easier and doesn't take 20 minutes to develop one photo. Holy shit.
That, if you leave it stuck in one of the chemicals for too long, you would have fucked it up. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I did photography for a term at school, and we had a dark room and we did all that stuff, but tedium to the max.
Mm-hmm.
So if I said to you film versus digital, it seems pretty clear which way you're steering there.
Yeah, digital.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro. I don't know why I said that. Fucking millennial piece of shit that I am.
Yeah, you call out other pieces of shit like yourself.
Yeah. And basically just communicate in memes. So, yeah.
Avocado smeared all on your face.
Have you tried explaining to someone that doesn't know what a meme is what a meme is?
Well, I mean, family members, like, and if I've, used the word meme on Facebook, and, I've had one relative go, what's a meme?
Oh, yeah. I used to thought it was
pronounced
meme. Yeah, I thought it was meme or something, but no.
They're easy mistakes to make, just like Bender does with Romo and Julie T.
Whoa. Look at that callback. That's a segue.
Which is actually Romeo and Juliet, which I was very happy about. Like, clearly they can use it because it's public domain, but I was so happy. I was just got to, as the fucking actor that I am, I got to sit back and enjoy some genuine Shakespeare.
You have studied the work of Will.I.am Shakespeare? Oh, well, after this podcast, you'll have to, show me some of your Shakespeare skills. Maybe tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
Oh. Until the end of recorded time?
Recorded time. Oh, look at these niche cuts. Oh, there are nerds out on the internet screaming their lungs out because this is amazing content. I'm one of them.
This is also, like, think about the crossover that we have between Futurama lovers and Shakespeare lovers. That's our entire audience.
Oh, dear.
Can we just stop this episode and just quote Shakespeare?
We've just hit our peak, mate. Don't. Let's not try and reclaim anything. We got to quit while we're ahead.
Yep, I've been Elliot.
I've been Chris.
I've also been, as far as the quotas goes, I can't go too far past, I'm a celebrity, I can kill whoever I want.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true, right? Like, let's not kid ourselves. That's very true. Celebrities can kill a lot of people.
If you were a celebrity, who would you kill?
Trump.
Yeah.
Or am I not allowed to kill other celebrities? Is that the rule?
No, well, for the sake of anyone listening knowing who the fuck we're talking about, let's say a celebrity. Otherwise, if you're just like, I'd kill Dave.
Yeah, fuck Dave. It's like,
fuck Dave.
Some dickhead.
We can't all choose Dave.
Yeah, so I got to kill a celebrity. I don't know. There's a bunch of YouTubers who I'd be happy the world would be without, so...
Yeah, I'm always worried, though, like, especially in the case of Trump, that, if their life is cut off by murder, then they're going to have a section of their fan base that's, like, going to immortalize them.
Yeah.
And so, it's a tricky move.
Who'd have thought the idea of murder is, like, a powerful thing and carries weight and significance behind it?
I'd kill Elliot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Oh, well, I mean, it's a shame I didn't get to finish the index, but then, I'll go out on a high note.
Well, no, I'd be taking over.
Yeah, Sean's looking to usurp.
Well, that's fine. As long as the legacy gets continued, that is, my main priority.
Your very short life's work, thanks to Sean.
But the twist is you also have to be the co-host on Thrones, a Game, which you've just said is a anxiety-inducing show for you.
Oh, fuck it, I can't change the format either because BT runs it, not you. God damn it.
That's right.
Ironic twist!
Speaking of ironic twists, fuck, I want all my circuits as an actual show.
I suppose you're all wondering why I tricked you into hang gliding here.
I wish I was tricked into hang gliding anywhere. That'd be fun.
Elliot, I get the feeling you've hang glowed before.
Hang glowed?
Have you hang glowed?
No, I haven't. I almost went parasailing, but I backed out at the last second because it was in Fiji and the safety equipment was super dodgy.
Sean, have you hang glid?
I have not hang glided, Fung. I have snowboard.
You snowboard?
I snowboard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you skied?
Yeah, no, actually, I've never skied either.
Elliot recently skied, I believe.
Yeah, I get down to the snow at least once a year. Yeah, I'm been an avid skier since about age 12 or something, yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. My dad's got a place down in Jindabyne, and he's actually the king of Perisher. He for the last 10 years, because they do this thing when you pass through the chairlift, they scan your lift pass and they sort of calculate what your vertical meters you would have skied. And for the last 10 years, my dad has topped the leaderboard, some years getting over 1 million vertical meters clocked up.
Holy shit. Not a single fatality.
Oh, there was one year that a snowplow took him out. This dickhead on a snowmobile. This dickhead on one of those skidoo things. Just didn't see dad and just clocked him, and he had a broken shoulder. But within about a month, he came back on the mountain and just cable tied his arm to his chest so he could keep skiing, and he just had one pole. He's a nutbag.
Holy shit!
Love my dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day to your dad as well from me. Good on you.
I was going to say, I'm glad you changed that to snowmobile, because if your dad gets hit by a snowplow and survives, fucking hell.
Oh, yeah, he'll be flatter and more paper thin than, Fry, Hermes, and Amy were for this episode.
Oh, look at those segues. Holy shit.
Did Fry say a single word? No, he did. Did Hermes say a single word?
Yeah, he said the...
What happened to those guys?
Yeah, and I think that's it.
I mean, look, I think Amy's used to not saying a lot of things for an episode, but, you know, how dare you do that to the men of the of the series? That's just... That's another level.
Well, Layla still had a starring role.
I'm upset that you didn't join in my joke of misogyny. Wait, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, rife for comedy.
Yeah, just a big old sack of comedy right there.
Sack of comedy,
mate. Fucking, I don't know.
Don't join me. I'm not. This is not a hill I intend to die on. So.
Okay.
Speaking of death, though, Calculon,
went full Daniel Day-Lewis on that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like that. This is my first. Because I run the death tally. I think this is the first time someone is like a character that has a name has died and is stayed dead.
Yep, he dead now.
He dead. He's not coming back ever. Definitely not. No. Definitely not.
Well, I feel like maybe he won't. Does he? I haven't seen any episodes past this, so I'm genuinely confused. Oh, I guess I'll have to find out next week on Shut Up and Take My Podcast.
Who knows? Maybe it'll have something to do with podcasts.
Oh, I have seen... Well, he is in the podcast episode, but we've already done that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then.
We did Radiorama. It's all good. I've got this covered. Hey, guys, what did you think of Thief of Baghead?
This episode?
Yeah, this very one.
It's a good time. I think it's an interesting dive into, getting to make fun of actors, which, you know, the Futurama writers probably relished the opportunity to do so. And, doing the whole Freudian thing and, like, representing, the ego as the moldy dog monster and the id as the actor. I think, that was some really clever stuff going on there.
Yeah, I didn't mind this episode. It lacks kind of the heart that I really enjoy, but like in kind of like the more like playful episodes, I went into this being like, not sure if I'm going to enjoy this one, and came out being like, yeah, that was all right.
I enjoyed it.
That was a bit silly, and that's okay. I'm going to have a beer and watch an episode of Futurama. Yeah.
It's a classic silly Philly episode, isn't it? It doesn't really like go anywhere. Like the stakes aren't massive, but it's just I sat there for the first 2 minutes going, it's one of these episodes where it's just like a lot of bullshit, which is great. Like it's what I love. It's kind of it reminds me of some more of those classic episodes. You know, you're not looking at pulling the heartstrings, or you're not looking at like a massive sci-fi premise. It's just zany. You know what I mean? It's just a zany Futurama.
I guess what's that Ray really relish with the Bender episodes, though, isn't it? Because, you know, he does not have heart. So how could a Bender episode have heart?
Well, he does. He has the heart of a human.
I like how it sets up the episode with all my circuits and just kind of like sets that kind of absurd, like random stuff. You know, like it's not at all realistic at all, and that's what the rest of the episode is going to be like, which is nice that you get to do that kind of within your own show by having another show do that for you. I don't know if that's weird, but it's like kind of clever to be like, we're going to set up the tone of the show using another show within our show. I'll say show a few more times just for
sure.
Well, they set up that Calculon's going to be in the episode as well, which is, you know, something that we really complain about sort of New Simpsons is that the episodes don't really work on their own merits because they sort of rely on you sort of knowing these characters already and what they're calling back to. Whereas this, they started from the start, like just reinforcing the idea that, All My Circuits is Bender's favorite show, and even doing a little subtle thing of having the rest of the crew kind of look a bit bored while they're watching it and Bender be, on the edge of his seat.
And it's kind of another one of those things as well where I get really worried when they start to incorporate a lot of real world pop culture touchstones, like when they really go into it's TMZ. It's clearly TMZ and it's clearly Harvey Levin. And I was just worried, oh no, is the whole episode going to be a really heavy-handed, ham-fisted look at TMZ, but they only stay on it as long as they need to. It's just there to propel Bender towards the main thrust of the plot, which is Mr. Baghead. And so they don't rely too much on oh, look, it's the pop culture that you're aware of, which can date really easily, and Simpsons kind of falls into that trap too often. In New Simpsons land, especially.
And the times they do in this episode, they're just sort of quick jokes, like it's in the taking photos montage where, Bender forces the wardrobe malfunction on Selena Gobot and sets up the sting with Parts Hilton, where it looks like he's doing a sex tape with her.
And they gloss over those really fast. They're not there to they'll in maybe 20 years they'll be dated, but they don't hinge the plot. It's good stuff.
They're very clearly in the TMZ room where you've got all the things on the whiteboard, and that's a very central focus of the TMZ show. You've got the Hypnotoad paternity test up there, but they don't use that as a focus point for the rest of the episode. It's just a very quick gag where you can look at it and go, oh yeah, I recognize that room, and then we just move on.
Oh, and the jokes of the camera montage where they do have those obvious counterparts of Selena Gomez and Paris Hilton, the joke isn't necessarily that they came up with robot pun names for them. There's, other jokes about them. The one joke that I think maybe will date is when the ego monster moldy mushroom dog thing is overinflating and the professor goes, he's about to go full Kanye.
Yes.
I actually thought that's the one that's going to stay relevant for a long, long time. Because I think Kanye is just going to become a psycho human being later on. And it will just increase the joke as Kanye's madness increases.
And I'm on the fence, so you're both right.
Fantastic. Good.
Because, Kanye is still... what is he... Is he doing anything at the moment? Where is he? What's Kanye up to?
He released an album in 2017, I think it was.
Well, that's almost 3 years ago now.
Yeah, I was right.
That, it's like Clouds and Mountains with the, green writing on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got some friends that are into him and really big up his production values. I just never got the appeal.
I get the appeal. I just think he's a fucking psychopath and a worry and needs to be on his medication and probably has what do you call it? What's the thing where you feel different? Synesthesia. It's almost certain that man has synesthesia. He almost certainly talks about how he sees sound, and I'm like, you just have pretty heavy synesthesia, and that informs your madness quite a bit. Why am I talking about Kanye West as if I'm a good friend of his? Hey Kanye, how you doing?
He's going to be running for president next year.
He probably will. Let's be honest.
And he may win
on the Yeezy ticket.
President Yeezy.
All the necessary steps to take until President Terry Crews, like in Idiocracy.
Oh my god! If that's what it takes to get President Crews on board, I'm all up for it.
No, the journey will be too hard. The steps will be too rough.
This is our ritual, Chris. We must suffer to get to ascend.
I don't like your Greek style philosophy there, Sean. I don't like it at all. Suffering for joy?
You need to sit through Temple of Doom to get to the Last Crusade.
I liked Temple of Doom.
Oh my god,
Temple of Doom.
It's good.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, it's the worst.
No,
it's incredible. It's incredibly
Indiana Jones
racist.
And the two
Willie
fucking underdeveloped sidekicks.
Oh, what? You mean Mr. Indy and the screaming actor?
Yes.
He isn't a character. It's just a screaming... It's just a soundbite. That's all she is.
Yeah, it's schlocky. That's the point.
No,
that's
it goes past
Indiana
schlocky.
Jones films are. They're just schlock. They're schlock.
It's not the point. George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were going through really awful divorces, and they even admitted that it was just a way of getting through the divorce by making a really shitty female character.
But in a good film.
We got to take this one to the court of one good thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mate, yeah.
Sorry, I like how our podcast universe is expanding. It's like the weird
the BCU
extended podcast universe or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Baby Beard Media extended universe. Yeah.
Okay, let's shy away from Doom and get towards a vote. Unless we have anything else pressing on our brains that we'd like to expel forth.
I was surprised about how the actors were kind of portrayed in this. That Calculon isn't the best actor was kind of interesting to me. I thought everyone loved Calculon. And then there's a more famous actor, Landon Cobb.
I don't know. I mean, has he always been considered a great? What is public perception of Calculon? Because I don't know. Do we really? His movie was critically panned and was a bomb as well.
Yeah, and producers have been shown to be reluctantly working with him because he's such a pain and only does one take and all that. So yeah.
But All My Circuits is a million viewer show. I don't know how many people are in the future. There's probably a fuck ton of them, but like it's a heavily watched show. It's been around for at least 6 seasons.
Yeah, maybe he isn't good, and we just we only see that through Bender's fandomness.
Yeah, our perception of Calculon is always framed through him because it's All My Circuits has always been his favorite show. Yeah,
because Zoidberg knows that Landon Cobb is the bomb.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Zoidberg has been shown to be all up with celebrity culture in this episode.
He wants it.
I liked the They Live as well. That was a cute little nod.
Oh, the different photo filters.
Yeah, I quite liked that actually.
And because one of them's like the Nickelodeon style ultra zoom and ultra detail, and like we get to see Professor Farnsworth's gross face.
Yeah, it was weird.
Magic.
I also really like when Bender hears about getting paid and his little eyes go through the glass and it basically puts a hole through it. I dug that.
What will it cost me? No, you don't get it. We'll pay you. Zim.
All right, so let's head on to a vote and let's put up Decision 3012, our current Season 7 winner, against the Thief of Baghead.
I'm ready to go first.
You're ready.
Let's do it. I'm going this one. I think you guys hit on it, with Decision 3012. Like, it's a very good episode, but it also feels a bit too real, especially right now. Not that it deserves to be knocked down for that, but honestly, I find this one a bit more entertaining, whereas that one, it's going for cleverness and political intrigue and, a really clever story, but it doesn't necessarily make it the more entertaining bit of Futurama for me, whereas this one, kind of it lacks the heart, but my God, it's a rollicking good time, and I really like the character of Langdon Cobb. I want to see the full version of Beantown Buddies. I would have made it, but I was wicked drunk.
That's right, we were lovers.
There, I said it. Best partner on the beat and in the sack.
I'm gonna force Chris to make this decision because I'm gonna go for Decision 3012. I mean, for me, it's an episode that I think is kind of encompassing how great the new season, the second run, can be. I think it's, generally speaking, when Futurama has hit on really tough political episodes, I forget. Ahead in the polls from season 1 or 2, I forget. It's season 1, I believe. It's season 2. Ahead in the polls was a fantastic episode. It's actually the episode that Chris left us initially for. It was his swan song, as it were. But it's just whenever they take Nixon or the dire state of things in the world today, they really nail it out the park. Nail it out the park? There we go. I'm sticking to my guns on this one.
Works.
Nail it out the park. I think Decision 3012 was equal parts funny, terrifying, zany, and really just kind of pertinent to, what Futurama does really well, which is actually make you laugh, they make you cry, they make you think. It's a pinnacle of how great Futurama can be in its second run. That's me.
So I think my vote is probably going to go Decision 3012. But
suck it, Elliot.
I don't. I'm not sleeping on Thief of Baghead at all. I was actually really surprised about how good Thief was. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than I left it with. I'm not as bright as sparkly as Sean and Phil and Eleanor. I like my comedy a little darker sometimes. But I was surprised at how much I kind of got out of Thief, which is more lighthearted, more silly, and I enjoyed that a lot. But I also enjoyed some of the Futurama crew getting eaten and turned into shells by the soul sucking. That was fun. But Decision,
oh my god, the animation
so
on their skin bodies so good.
So good. Their husks, I love it. They look so like gooey and flat. It's so good. And they're just hanging on coat racks. I really enjoyed that as well. But Decision 3012, I think, is better for me, at least, like in terms of like long running stuff. Like, it's political satire, yeah, but also like I think it's political satire that's going to last a little bit longer than maybe the writers expected it to, because I think it taps into something a little deeper about like how people don't really listen to policy, they listen to people, and that's what I think the Decision 3012 kind of main thrust is, and that's a really good thing to take away. So yeah, for me, Decision 32, just because it's got maybe a little bit longer survivability in terms of like its relevance.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's going to survive a lot longer than they hoped it would, at the very least.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, maybe as well, because you'd want not for that to be the case, but yeah. Well, if the message they're trying to say is don't listen to the person, listen to their like policies, you don't want that message to stay around for as long as possible, because hopefully people have learnt it by that point. But I think I don't think that message is being learnt too much nowadays.
And you don't want them to learn that from Futurama. It should just be something they know.
Should be something you taught in school. But anyway,
yeah. Well, I'm kind of glad that Decision 3012 won as well, just because otherwise we're literally just, the gauntlet is just whichever episode comes next, just knocking the last one out of the park, which might be a good sign as well, because, you know, I've said it once, I'll say it again, I'll say it a billion times. I'm really disagreeing with everyone that thinks that these episodes are somehow less than. I'm really digging the second season.
You hear that, everyone? Go at Sean. Sean, what's your Twitter at? What's your Twitter at so they can at you?
At Baby Beard Media.
Oh yeah,
I will just say, to pitch in my 2 cents. Yeah, I agree that the second run is, I think, unfairly maligned. Like, especially season 6 is like, I don't think there's many bad episodes in the bunch. And but I will say the first half of season 7's really good, but the last 13 episodes, yeah, I think you start getting into some stinky territory there.
But this is what Chris told me about season 6. I was like, I'm loving season 6. He said, just you wait, and it never came. They kept hitting that nail out the park.
You love those nails.
Just before we move on this episode, I did have one more note. I did really like all the stuff at the aquarium in the beginning, and Fry had one of my favorite exchanges there where he's like, oh, this reminds me of all the aquariums that no one ever took me to when I was a boy.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
And where's all the glass? And Leela's like, they removed it so kids have nothing to smear yogurt on. And Fry, just in perfect Fry delivery, I like strawberry yogurt.
I was expecting it to be a smearing joke, like him to be like, you could smear yogurt on me or something like that. But just is like, it's a complete just airball of just like, I like strawberry yogurt. It's real good. It's real good.
Yeah.
Or also like revealing the dinosaurs, and you've just got the Tyrannosaurus just like floating for dear life.
Struggling for. I like that part of the episode quite a lot, actually. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That actually reminded me of, you know, that Simpsons episode where the fucking, I'm a Simpsons expert, I should know his name. Lance Murdoch, he's jumping over the tank filled with piranhas and sharks and electric eels, and then they just drop in a lion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Don't you see its like tail move around as well in the water?
Yeah, it's chasing after the shark at one point. And then, yeah, as Lance falls in and he's trying to get out, yeah, the line just comes in for one big swipe and takes him out again.
Oh, I miss The Simpsons.
What a good show. Listen to my podcast.
Yeah, do it.
So, Elliot, if any of us here would like to find you, how can we do that and where?
Yeah, on all the social medias, it's at Simpsons Index or facebook.com/The Simpsons Index. Also, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Elliot J. O'Neill. I sometimes post funny things, but mostly retweet my Simpsons Index stuff.
And Chris, where can we find you?
You can find me on top of, as well as everything Baby Beard Media, which Sean, I'm sure, will cover in a moment. You can actually tweet me. It's Bonding Chris, I think. That's my Twitter handle. Come bother me and tweet at me, and we can maybe kiss a bit. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Oh.
Slide into my DMs. Why not?
You said you're on top of things, and that's where I thought you were going with that. So.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you where to find us because that's covered in the shiny new outro that we have. So you just hang on and you'll find out. But the one thing that I can say is that yes, I did say Paul for one good thing was on this episode, but Paul's been a busy boy, so he's coming on for not next week, which of course, if you'll remember, is going to be the episode that incorporates the director Frank Marino and the writer Eric Rogers for Zap Dingbat. But Paul Salt will be on the episode after that. So we will get a salty boy soon.
Such a good episode.
Salty boys. Where can people find you, Sean? What about Twitter? They go find you on Twitter?
And me, they can find me at Slurl. That's, you know what? That's Slierl. Slurl. That's my first name and my last name put into one word.
Slurl. It's addictive.
It's
Sean is highly addictive.
It's something.
I just thought of one other thing to promote. A couple of years ago, me and BT made a web series called Dave Plus One. It's a really cute romantic comedy, 7 episodes, 10 minutes piece. It's a really quick watch, but cute little romantic comedy available free on YouTube or DavePlus1.com.
I'll check it out right now.
Thank you.
Aw. Well, while until next week where we will have watched Dave Plus One, I have been Sean.
I've been Chris.
I've been Elliot.
Happy Australian Father's Day, everyone.
Happy fathers.
Go dads.
Happy children.
Daddy Day. Watch Daddy Daycare and the sequel, Daddy Day something. I can't remember, but it's got not Eddie Murphy in it. Watch that.
And the dad song Chuffed by Auntie Donna.
Yeah. Go listen to that. Go watch it. Enjoy. Have a great day.
Daddy. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so by emailing us at babybeardmedia@gmail.com. Our socials are Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @BabyBeardMedia. And if you're looking for a way to support us, the best way you can do it is by jumping onto iTunes or the podcast app and giving us a 5-star rating and a nice review. It goes a long way to helping us. Otherwise, if you'd like to join us next week...
Anyway.
The actual Power Rangers footage from a Japanese show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they just shot, the new stuff with the American kids.
Yeah, it's great.
Those kids lived a fucking charmed life. Tell you what.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what the
so happy.
Do you know what the reasoning why Zordon chose those 6 kids, those 5 kids?
Was they're teens with attitude, is that right?
Yeah, that's it. Whereas in the Super Sentai, they are 5 members of an ancient clan, 5 different clans that lived on Earth when Earth roamed during the time of the dinosaurs, which is why they have dinosaur Zords, by the way. Like, there's a fucking reason, and they've been awoken to battle. What's her name? It's not whatever the main antagonist's name. I forget her name, but she's got like a completely
Rita
different
Repulsa.
name. Yeah, but it's not Rita Repulsa. It's like Queen Barbosa or some shit like that. And she's been asleep for 10 million years. And she has a son who died thanks to dinosaurs. And that's why she hates dinosaurs too.
Whoa. Okay, that's a deep cut. This is fresh. Holy shit.
There's a fuck ton of dark lore that we don't know about.
And this was a show for kids still over there?
Yeah. But there's
Wonderful.
a lot of... Oh, and at the end of the season, because in season 1 of the Sentai show, they cut it off as like they didn't progress those characters past there. They revived dinosaurs again, so Earth is once more overrun with cute little dinosaurs.
What the fuck?